Fearless Disease.
In 3 different states, and it's an amazing accomplishment because the gasoline prices are coming down. When gasoline comes down, everything, it's such a big category that when gasoline comes down, sort of everything sort of follows. But we inherited a mess, affordability, but you can call it affordability or anything you want, but the Democrats caused the affordability problem, and we're the ones that are fixing it. So it's a very simple statement. They caused it, we're fixing it, and they have a tendency to just say this election's based on affordability, and nobody questions them, John. You know, nobody says, "Oh, well, what do you mean by that?" But they just say the word. They never say anything else because they caused the problem, but we're fixing the problem. And we're pleased to be joined today by many of the wonderful members of the farming community, as well as the Secretary of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins. Brooke, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Thank you very much, Scott. Senator John Bozeman. Thank you, John. Good job. John Hoeven. Thank you, John. And Deb Fisher. Thank you very much.
All right, so today, Fearless Disease fam, today we expose the truth they hate to hear, like right now, if you are ready. Today, Trump warns new tariffs on China soybeans if they don't buy more U.S., protecting American farmers from dumping. And I believe that he's going to jump into the reasons why and how it happened. Of course, he already talked a little bit about the Democrats on how they put stipulations and guidelines on wanting to be able to buy more from other countries, but not putting tariffs on them. That's basically being able to let other people bring in products to our country, but not taxing them, and we're not making money off of it. So he wants to be able to help our American farmers be able to produce our own products so we don't have to go out to other countries to source it. Let's see what he has to say.
As well as Representative Austin Scott, who's been with us right from the beginning. Thank you, Austin. Good job. I'm delighted to announce this afternoon that the United States will be taking a small portion of the hundreds of billions of dollars we receive in tariffs. We are making a lot of money from countries that took advantage of us for years. They took advantage of us like nobody's ever seen. Our deficits are way down because of tariffs. I guess because of the election, because without the election you wouldn't have tariffs. You'd be sitting here losing your shirt. But we're taking in billions. We're really taking in trillions of dollars, if you think about it, Scott, because the real number is, you know, when you think of all the money being poured into the country for new auto plants and all of the other things, AI. So what we're doing is we're taking a relatively small portion of that, and we're going to be giving and providing it to the farmers in economic assistance. And we love our farmers, and as you know, the farmers like me, because you know, based on voting trends, you could call it voting trends or anything else, but they're great people. They're the backbone of our country. So we're going to use that money to provide $12 billion in economic assistance to American farmers. Good. $12 billion is a lot of money, Meryl. What do you think? Peanuts for you, though, right? Peanuts. She's a farmer of rice. This relief will provide much-needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops. And it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families. And again, we inherited something that we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. And
that's very true. Inflation was in the double digits when Biden was in office. Now it's down to single digits. But of course, over and over, libs will cry out, "We're inflation, inflation." But they never talked about it when Biden was in the office and had our inflation up to double digits. Now, President Trump is getting it down to the single digits, and we're looking a lot better. The tariffs are working correctly, but of course, you have to go through a lot of bumps and bruises for it to level out and see the benefits of tariffs.
And we're taking care of it. Farmers are an indispensable national asset, part of the backbone of America. Yep. I've always felt it so strongly. They're so important. Unfortunately, under Sleepy Joe Biden, he was a sleepy guy. Our farmers were crushed by the worst inflation in modern history and crippling restrictions on energy, water, and countless other necessities for...
That's very true. China bought a record ton last week. A record tons of it last week. Trump has been leverage working for rural Americans for the last year now. He is. He's leveraging it up. I like it. I like it.
Farmers and what they did to the farmer in terms of putting the brakes on was just absolutely unacceptable. In my first term, we had an agricultural trade surplus by a lot. We had a big surplus, meaning that we were exporting American agricultural products all over the world, making a net profit, and in many cases a very substantial profit. He came in and ruined it. Biden turned that surplus into a gaping agricultural deficit that continues to this day, but we're knocking it down. It's starting to go very good. In fact, China, as you know, is buying a tremendous amount of soybeans, and the number, I spoke with President Xi recently, very recently, and I think he's going to do even more than he promised to do. So
exactly. China is definitely going to cave. Already they bought soybeans at a record number, and I think it's going to go higher. It's about a couple tons now, but I think they're going to get to at least 15 million tons. I guarantee it's going to stabilize a lot.
I think the relationship is a very good one. I think he's going to do more than he promised to do, and what he promised to do is a lot. So we're very happy with that. Yep. In the last year, Biden bankruptcies rose by 55%, having to do with farms. So farm bankruptcies under Joe Biden went up 55%. That's not good. But now we're once again in a position where a president is able to put farmers first, but unfortunately I'm the only president that does that. On day one, I terminated the Green New Scam. Energy prices are down, gasoline prices are down. We've slashed record numbers of crippling regulations, and we're working on huge trade deals already, securing $60 billion in agricultural purchase commitments. And, you know, Biden made none. He didn't make any trade deals having to do with the farmers or any of it. It's crazy. China committed. He was the worst president in the history of our country, by the way.
I love when he trolls like that. He always throws in a snippet of what the past administration did, especially with Biden, but then he throws in the good things that he does. I mean, this is what really irks the libs and irks the Democratic Party, because it's not only that it's true, that he always throws the quick jabs just to make them feel bad. And I know the libs and the Democrats try to do it, but they can't do it like Mr. Trump. They can't. This is what he's the bread and butter of it. He's the Mayweather of it. You know, the Philly shell of Mayweather. It was before, but then once he did it, he perfected it. So obviously you see that he's perfected this, and he's very good at it, man. Hey, the video is going to be linked in the description. Make sure you finish it up. Smash the like, tap the video. Next video right here on the screen. Subscribe, hit that bell. CashApp FearlessDisease is always in the description if you are supporting the movement. See you on the next one. Stay rich and stay fearless.